Oh, hi. Welcome to the classiest review you'll see today. I am the classy critic. Everybody was kung fu fighting. I made this joke in one of my reviews already. Kung Fu Panda 2. Now, let me give you a bit of backstory here. Whenever Kung Fu Panda 1 came out, I got it for DVD, never saw it in theaters, got it for DVD, watched it about 5 times the day I got it. I know, I was insane as a child. And then whenever I heard Kung Fu Panda 2 was going out, you can imagine I was psyched. Whenever I went into that theater and I looked up at the screen, literally I was tears because that movie was probably one of the greatest sequels in history. Next to The Dark Knight. But in history. Literally, where do I start with Kung Fu Panda 2? This movie hits every single note that the first movie hit, and more. There's more action, there's more comedy, and there's more drama. Everything you need in an animated movie. So basically, let's see where I can start with this movie. Basically, a new villain shows up, and his name is Lord Shen. And let me just tell you, Lord Shen, in my last review with Kung Fu Panda 1, I said Tai Lung was a pretty good villain. Lord Shen is an amazing villain. He is just one of the best that came out of that movie. Basically, he invents a weapon that can kill people. For kids. Basically what happens is Master Shifu notices this problem and he sends the Dragon Warrior and the Furious Five off to stop him. So they go to this giant city, and it's a beautiful looking city, by the way. And while all of this is happening, Po is kind of having this internal drama of like, where did he come from? Who is he really? Who is my real father? Because I'm not sure if you know this, but I don't think ducks have pandas as babies. Just saying. But anyways, it's just so good. They find Lord Shen, some bad stuff kind of happens. Po kind of maybe gets hurt and dies, I don't know, maybe. And it ends just amazingly, I have to say. Where do I start with this movie? Po, even better than the first one. He's a better fighter. He's a better person. You look at him and you're like, you've definitely learned some stuff. It's like, you haven't been like nerfed or like downgraded in your fighting, you know. And what's great is the Furious Five is even better in this one because you see their friendship with Po. They truly trust him and they see him as a master of Kung Fu. And this movie's animation is definitely bumped up to 100 because in the last movie it was amazing, but there was like some scenes where they really couldn't do like, there's scenes where they actually couldn't like animate the entire road of the city. So in this movie they have an entire fight scene where it's literally just on one road and it is all the way, it's just amazing. And they're just showing off their animation skills basically. Especially with that giant tower scene where it's falling. Anyways. But what's the best quality about this movie is it surprised people. Because whenever you think of an animated sequel, you usually think of like Lion King 2, Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, any Disney sequel ever. They're usually lowered in quality of animation, they're usually lowered in quality of everything basically, and they're just not as good as the original. But DreamWorks puts grade A quality into their sequels. They truly care about what they do with the story next. And in this one, the biggest surprise was just how much you felt for Po, because there's one scene near the end of the movie where I was just bawling, and it was probably like the saddest scene I've ever seen. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda made people cry. Just think about that for a second. An animated kids film. Oh, but animated kids film is just for kids. They won't understand. Look at these movies. These movies are probably some of the greatest movies ever. And I love every second of them. I can quote the first movie scene for scene, basically. Second movie, I'm getting there. Overall, I give Kung Fu Panda 2 basically 6 out of 5 stars. I don't care about my scale anymore. It is 6 out of 5 stars. Way better than the first one. The first one's a great movie, so that means the second one's even better. It is the greatest sequel to exist next to The Dark Knight, of course. Anyways, and remember, stay classy.